Hello, this presentation is about writing OE feedback and comments. Speaking English can be difficult, and writing can be an extra stress, so I will give tips and recommendations for how to write effective OE comments. There are 3 goals for writing effective comments: simplicity, clarity, and honesty. If you focus on these 3 things, you can write useful and good comments. The first goal is simplicity. Comments should be simple, short, and easy. Don't worry about grammar too much. Later I will talk about it. But instead, focus on only the important things. Instructors have a lot of information. Sometimes it can be an overwhelming amount of information, too much information. However, you don't have to write everything. Instead, you can talk about it during briefing and then only write the important things. Feedback can include what happened during the flight leg, what the instructor emphasized or talked about, and advice and corrections. Quick writing tip for these: when you're talking about what happened or what the instructor talked about, use the past tense, 과거. And when you're talking about advice or corrections, use the imperative. Later, I will talk more about that. Here are some real examples. These examples all use the past tense. Debriefed the importance of good time management. This tells people what the instructor talked about, what they focused on during that flight leg. Missed several callouts during starting engines. This tells us what the OE crew action was, what their mistake was. This is what happened. And last, quizzed knowledge on taxi speed limitations and NWS, should study more. This tells us what the instructor focused on, and it also gives advice to the trainee. Now, you may notice I didn't use the subject in these sentences, in these comments, and that's okay. You can use the subject. For example, instructor debriefed the importance of good time management. Trainee missed several callouts. Instructor quizzed knowledge, but you don't have to include the subject every time. The people who are reading the OE record, it's pretty clear for them. Here are some more real examples, but these are all using the imperative, giving advice and corrections. Must reduce speed. Avoid large input. Always be ready. Quick writing tip for these: some useful words are must, should, avoid, don't. This way, the trainee clearly knows what they should do and what they should avoid or not do. Next, the focus is clarity. Comments should be clear and easy to understand. Take a look at the picture. True or false? Now, this middle school student was very clever, and they made each answer look like true and false. However, a big thing about our OE comments is that sometimes other instructors cannot read the handwriting. So, clarity counts for handwriting, writing style, and also for English meaning. So make sure you write very clearly and also have the English meaning be very clear as well. What we don't want is vague or ambiguous comments. Vague and ambiguous both mean unclear, but let me explain the differences. Vague is unclear or not specific, no detail, no information. For example, I'll meet you sometime, somewhere. We don't know when, we don't know where, so there's no information there. That is vague, unclear. Now, ambiguous is also unclear, but this one has multiple meanings, many meanings. For example, do I turn left here? Right. We don't know if right means affirmative or if right means turn right. It can be very confusing because the word right has many meanings, more than one. Now, we do not want vague comments, we do not want ambiguous comments, but sometimes it happens. Let's look at an example. This is a real example of an unclear comment. Slow taxi speed. There's two possible meanings. Does it mean OE crew had a slow taxi speed? Or does it mean OE crew should slow down when taxiing? Maybe they were too fast. We don't know. Now we have some more detail. Slow taxi speed, ramp area 10 knots, not 15 knots. Now we can understand the OE crew action. We can know, oh, they went 15 knots, they should go 10 knots. Another quick writing tip for this one. There's two good ways to say it, using the past tense, telling us what happened, or using the imperative, giving advice or corrections. In the past, taxied too fast in ramp area, or taxi speed was too fast in ramp area. If you want to give advice, should slow down taxi speed, must slow down taxi speed. That would be a very clear way to have the same information. Our last goal is honesty. Honesty in your comments is very important, and I have a little picture here that says keep it real. Keep it real means to be honest and also be yourself. You don't need to change your personality. You should feel comfortable writing a lot if you need to, or a little bit if you need to. Don't feel pressure that you have to write more or make something up. Also, you should feel comfortable writing positive comments or negative comments, no matter who the trainee is. Here are some real examples. Now, first, should study more. This is a negative comment, but it's very common. We use it a lot, especially LIPs at the beginning of OE. Maybe there's some lack of knowledge in one area, for example, standard procedures. So they write this comment, should study standard procedures more. However, later, maybe they improve, they study a lot. So then, the next instructor, or the instructor quizzes them again, they can write a positive comment like well prepared or good knowledge of standard procedures or whatever topic. This way, the trainee really knows that they improved, right? They improved their progress. Here's another one. Flare is slightly late, change to good flare, right? These positive comments can really boost trainee confidence. And last, there is this long, complicated comment that I want to explain. The first part, good flare and touchdown on center line. This is our positive comment that boosts confidence. But approach path from 200 to 50 feet, little bit high due to ground effect. This tells us what happened using the past tense, right, in that section. And last, make steady 3-degree glide path until initiating flare. This is our advice or corrections for the OE crew, and it actually gives them information on how to change. So this comment combines 3 comments into one. You don't need to write something that long, but it's all good information. The last thing I want to talk about is actually some vocabulary. You can see here a list of negative words, negative adjectives, 형용사. In this case, it goes from insufficient all the way to very poor or unacceptable. For writing, I don't recommend to use these. Insufficient is okay, it means not good enough, but it would be better to focus on what that trainee can improve. Instead of saying poor landing ability, it would be better to say should improve something, should improve flare timing. That way they know what to focus on for the future. Here we have a list of positive words, positive adjectives, 형용사. However, these go from superior, exceptional, all the way down to okay, acceptable. I recommend to focus on the bottom half of these, good, satisfactory, proficient, decent. However, when you use superior or exceptional, it can make the trainee feel like they cannot improve or they don't need to improve anything. You don't tell someone, oh, you had a superior landing today. It's a little bit strange. Instead, we say, your landing was good, but can be better, right? Always we can improve something, right? And that's about it. The main goals here are simplicity, clarity, and honesty. And if you focus on these things, you will write very good comments. Here is my contact information. Feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you.